Yeah, I keep cutting off.
Children are like just kind of evil little lying pieces of shit.
Children lying like that reminds me of when I was in first grade. There was this girl who went an entire... No, it was third grade, actually, because I remember it was the year prior... No, it was the year that Obama got elected.
Oh, my God.
She insisted that her dad was Obama.
She was, was she a white chick with blonde hair?
No, she was black. And I remember, like, the day... We were watching Obama's inauguration in class, and she was in the classroom with us.
Obama's daughter
sends his own daughter to school
in Michigan.
Yeah,
Forrest Gump at 9/11. He's like on the airplane. He's like, apparently that building blew up that day.
He was a 9/11 first responder.
A lot of people died that day.
But me and Bubba, we was there.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it was him like doing it on accident. It's like he's trying to go to the bathroom and he accidentally knocks out the terrorist insurgent. Apparently, a lot of planes were hijacked that day.
All right.
I heard one hit the Pentagon.
Are we ready to start recording?
I heard it ain't a Pentagon no more.
That's recording, Ben?
And they said there was one that went down in a field in Pennsylvania.
This is going. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Nondescript Video Podcast. Even though this could be audio-based or video-based, depending on which format you watched, we have special guest, the clothes washer, isn't that right? Supercomputer. Don't forget the supercomputer.
You pull up a clothes washer on the computer.
We're reverting back to the original format. The Spider-Man one was a one-off, but thank you guys for all the love you gave on it. That video actually did pretty well. I want to congratulate Luke before we really dive deep into the podcast. We just had Ben open a Red Bull. Next one we have Cade, Luke, and then there's of course me, Peter. And I'm kind of speeding up because I want to start this on a very somber note. I think we all kind of know what went down this week over the past couple of days.
Yeah,
very sad. I would say a moment of silence, but anyone want to say anything real quick? Just being kind of keeping the nondescript format about what really went down.
I mean, I'll just say right off the bat, sure, it was 22 years ago now, but it still is a tragedy. And, you know, everyone who died that day really, you know, it's really sad. We shouldn't make jokes about it.
That's 2 days from now, actually.
21 years ago also.
Oh, but that was pretty close. That was, and he's absolutely right, is the thing.
But really, I don't like how Kay just went off cast. He's being a little jokester about it.
What?
Luke or Ben, do you have anything to say about what went down this week, the tragedies that bestowed us?
You talking about the release of Thor: Love and Thunder? Ayo,
nope,
guys, like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm trying to actually be serious here.
Oh,
you're bombing. Come on, bro.
I know, Ben, dead air.
Obama.
Nope. CM Punk and the Elite, including Kenny Omega, got suspended off of AEW due to a backstage fight after All Out.
I knew
it's really affecting me right now because, you know, CM
I actually
Punk,
thought it was going to be about the Queen.
No, that was the bit.
That was the bit.
That was the bit. But more pressing matters.
Now.
More pressing matters. It's shocking. It really hurts me. You know, I really like the Elite and stuff. You know, it's like a wrestling podcast, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just slowly,
three of us do not watch it.
As the years go by, just slowly, like the set gets more and more professional. One of us quit. Pete stays. One of us quits, and then by 20 years later, it's just a straight up ESPN show. And he's just like
Peter. It's
sitting at a table. Yeah. Welcome to the Nondescript Wrestling Podcast. My name is Peter, your host.
You know the end of The Sandlot when he's explaining about where all his friends ended up and how he ends up as like a sportscaster? It'll be like that, where it's like a fast forward of all of us sitting here on the couch, and then one of us fades away, and then
the
two
next
more
one
fade away until it's just Pete sitting in the basement talking about
just
wrestling.
Same exact basement.
We all get replaced.
In Luke's basement.
We get replaced by like AEW veterans who are like.
That would honestly be a cooler
Super
podcast. Nothing against these guys, but can you imagine me with CM Punk maybe get into a fight, get a chair thrown at me? But I do kind of want to talk about because the
I can't imagine that because I don't know what he looks like.
CM Punk, he's a straight edge warrior.
So like he looks like a
how do you do
banned?
drugs?
like the math tool.
Yeah,
like
so it's weird. I was kind of wondering.
Like the X on his hand?
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
CM Punk. He's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Also the biggest diva of all time. Dude's a fucking dick.
Call him out.
Everyone loves him.
Call him out.
Chicago's finest. But no, it's weird. There's a lot of wrestlers are straight edge, which I always find interesting. It's always the people you don't expect. There's a guy pretty much just lives like Steve-O.
Wrestlers are straight.
In a way, he just kind of does a bunch of crazy stunts. Dude, never touch drugs or alcohol though.
Well, they don't need to have drugs or alcohol because they're constantly getting lightheaded in the ring.
I was gonna say roided up in the locker room.
Are there any black wrestlers?
Yeah.
Next topic.
Why, you think they're all white?
No, I just couldn't think of any. I feel like I don't know.
There's a good one. I can start naming them. Kofi Kingston, The New Day, who's also part
Batman.
of it. Xavier Wood, The Acclaimed, Hobbs,
T'Challa,
Hobbs, Luke
Yeah.
Hobbs,
Pretty
from Fast
much.
Hobbs
and
and Calvin and
Swerve Strickland. You got
got Fiddlesticks.
his partner, I can't remember.
You got Chuck McStainer,
Mr. T was a wrestler for a bit.
Toggle Swanson,
I guess I could have thought of Mr. T.
Keith Urban.
There's also some little people
Carl Urban.
that are also wrestlers,
brothers.
if you're wondering.
Little people wrestlers.
They're
Keith David.
It's also the Leprechaun. But yeah, I
The
kind of want to talk. I
Arbiter.
know we're getting off track. I want to talk about the CM Punk situation real quick. It's really interesting. I actually went to this event. I'll get into one of the shenanigans I want to talk about after this. But after the event, they had a press conference, and he said some mean words to the vice presidents of the company who are also wrestlers. They kicked down his door, and they got into a fight, and then one of them threw at CM Punk's coach threw a chair at one of the other wrestlers, knocked him out, and gave him a black eye.
Damn.
And then they all fought back there. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so I remember you telling us about this a couple days ago, but this is like as far as you got. Has there been any updates since then?
A good amount of updates, actually. So apparently, the thing with CM Punk is he's a 2-time world champion in this company, AEW. Very big deal. He's one of the best, but never had a world championship. Funny thing is, each time he's got it, he's instantly got injured. So he's technically only been world champion for 5 days.
Wow.
So the first time he jumped into a crowd of people because he was so excited and he broke his foot. This time he broke his rib cage. Dude,
So he can suck his
Doing
own
the same
penis.
thing.
pretty much.
This time
Kind
he was
of,
so
yeah.
excited he
He's
jumped
he's
into a crowd of people.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so
Finally
he's
sucked.
suspended now, and he's gonna take him up until next summer to get healed. So they have to get it. They're getting a new world champion right now, but he's also probably out
They're
of the company
getting a
now.
new one. They ordered a new
Pretty
one.
much.
One day shipping on
Pretty
Amazon.
interesting. But I kind of want to talk. So I went to Chicago for this pay-per-view event, and I sat. I just went by myself, and in front of me was this guy who was absolutely shit-faced. It sounded like. And the reason was, I found out throughout the course of the event, his girlfriend broke up with him right before the event started.
No.
And so halfway
It
through
sounds
it,
like a Holocaust museum story.
So halfway through it, there's this guy named Jericho who's a pretty big wrestler, and Daniel Bryan. And I guess her favorite wrestler is Jericho, so he FaceTimes her. And throughout the whole conversation, he's like, "It's Jericho, it's your favorite wrestler." She goes, I don't remember his name, but I'll say, Paul, listen, Paul, we're not dating anymore. You can't be doing this. He goes, no, look, just watch. It's Jericho. We'll watch it. It'll be really fun. Remember how we started watching? Paul, I kind of just watched it because you were into it and we were dating at the time. I was never really that into it. And he goes, it's okay. Oh. And it went on throughout the whole entire fight. And Andy goes, she hangs up on him after the fight's over. And he goes,
She stayed on the line for the entire fight?
I don't know why. But he goes,
Just wanted to watch it.
he goes, he just
I guess
he looks at the guy sitting next to him and he goes, yeah, I'm definitely going for her sister now. And then he just got up and left. And then the guy that was sitting a few seats down from like the guy who just randomly talked to was like, is that your friend? And he went, no, this is like the first time I ever met him. We just bought seats next to each other and went, oh, he doesn't seem all right. He goes, yeah, I don't care.
That was one of the saddest stories
That was
I've ever
very
heard
sad.
in my life.
Yeah, I guarantee that
Dude,
guy
this-
killed
that was-
himself.
Dude,
that
I'm
night.
telling you, this event was full
He's
of so
dead.
many emotions. He
He's
had
dead.
wrestlers getting him fights backstage. This guy went through a
Oh.
breakup. There was some annoying bitch at the pre-event outside that I fucking hated that I wanted to fight. Never ended.
Oh my God.
He
Yeah, I
just
told you guys about it. So they had a
he
dunk.
went to the Chicago, and it was just like he was like that, like Playboy Cardi like subreddit where it's just like he just wanted to go and fight people. He's like he wasn't even going vigilante. He was just
Well, I'm at an
he was
event
going
all
to be
about
he was going to be a
wrestling.
villain.
Going to be an asshole. Yeah. Was that the post where like
Christ,
it was like
man.
I've been beating up this one specific guy and now he's coming after me and like it's so fun.
Well, it was like the original post was like, yeah, he was like, I've just been going out and fighting people all night, and then he's like, I even have made this. I've even
have
gotten
to
my
listen.
first arch nemesis.
yeah.
I've like he finds this one guy just after work, like every day after his shift. You like memorize his shit, and he just like goes and beats the crap out of him. And then it's
Can't
like
be real,
they
but
do it.
it's
I don't think it's real.
I
If
think
you,
it's
so
if you
funny
look
to
at that,
think about.
I mean, if you look at that subreddit, it's like,
I didn't know that was from the Playboy Cardi.
well, it's
subreddit.
not actually Playboy Cardi's
Oh.
subreddit. It's like there's like a typo in the spelling of it that it's just like a joke subreddit, I'm pretty sure. But
No,
the
I've
idea
seen
of
it
someone doing
before,
that is
yeah.
really funny
The
to me, though.
idea,
I
yeah.
saw it just the other day. There was a post on the Playboy card, whatever subreddit that is, about the big death recently.
Is none of it about Playboy Cardi?
No,
No,
none of it. No post on that thing is about Playboy Cardi.
That's pretty funny.
I don't know if you guys want to talk about.
I already talked about the big event.
Oh.
So the second big event.
I want to talk about
Throw it out.
I want to talk about it.
Say it for
I want
real.
to talk
Miss
about it.
Lizzie.
That's because he's a
Miss
Brit.
They
Izzy,
put Lizzie in a box.
rest in peace. I'm sorry, I really don't care. But here's the thing. I want to put this out there. All right.
American.
I've,
Oh,
there's-
before
there's
we
a-
start, can I tell you one thing real quick?
Oh, yeah,
I had
yeah.
another bit I wanted to start this podcast with. I was deciding all day which one I wanted to do. The other one was I was going to have it be silent, and I was going to play the MIDI version of True American. Because we're True
Because it was a
American.
big win for Americans.
Yeah, it was.
Obviously.
That was the other bit. I think I went with the
Um,
better bit, but I thought
Wait,
that was still
the
a
first one was a bit?
Well, the bit was like I was gonna
remember
keep
that, yeah.
I was gonna keep alluding to
It wasn't about 9/11.
no I was gonna allude about the big event of the week. People are gonna say the Queen, but it's actually
Yeah.
because the Elite and Punk are suspended and possibly fired
Oh,
from
yes,
AEW.
no.
But
Right.
I was also gonna play True American MIDI.
Well,
Right.
So
Anyways,
the Queen
Anyways.
died.
you have the floor again.
She died yesterday when we're recording this. She died yesterday.
yes.
I'm sorry, go
Why-
ahead.
Trying not to get emotional, but
There's I gotta say, I was there's a lot of different reactions to it that I was
I feel like
not.
most people don't fucking care.
I was expecting. I know. I feel like a lot of people do care.
It's sad. I mean, she was,
No,
she was
not like
chill.
not that they care that they're sad. I feel like people care out of like joy,
Oh,
and like
Yeah.
for
I'm sad.
admittedly good reason. The monarchy is a terrible, terrible thing.
There was
but, Hold on one second.
Okay.
I was just thinking about it. I was like, I feel like I can understand if you were a British person, and you,
Yeah, bro.
I won't follow you for.
Isn't it just an English person? It doesn't have to be British.
I don't know.
Canada does the Queen.
I feel like Canadian.
They
Yeah,
do.
some Canadians might have
A good amount.
mourned
To
the loss.
It's
I
on
feel
their
like
money.
the French
She's on their-
Canadians hate them.
Well, it's still
the
on
thing
their.
is,
It's still on
that's
their
the
money.
thing. Most
It's
people
just,
hate the
Yeah.
Queen.
Yeah.
people hate the French.
Literally,
I think
majority
more
of
people
people.
hate her
So
than
many
like her.
countries
And
in Europe
I
and
knew
otherwise.
there was a widespread dislike of, royalty and monarchy, and especially England. But I did not see the full force of it until yesterday.
I
It
kinda
came
get
hard.
It was
I feel like
people were
I was gonna say I feel like it's kind of like with America, how all other people outside of America think we all love our president, but we all fucking hate him. Trump 2024.
well, but
but I feel like it's the same. I feel like,
That's our monarch. That's my.
but no, I
king
feel like
know.
people in like England, like in English countries, are like, yeah, we hate the Queen. I don't know why everyone outside of us, like the U.S. and like China or fucking other places, think we
No.
all worship the Queen, but we all fucking hate her.
Let me tell you from an inside source that they genuinely really love her.
Yeah, they love the queen.
And
Brits do like
the prime
queen.
minister. I feel like it's like that. It's skewed. The queen, though, it's like
What the fuck are
everybody
you going
loves
on
her.
about?
What?
Didn't you say everyone there hated him?
No, I was saying
He's
everyone
saying in the
else.
world.
I'm saying in the
He's
world,
saying
everyone
I had a
hates
flip-flop.
the queen.
So,
But
like,
British people love
British
the queen.
people
yeah,
love
my
They go
older
bonkers
sister
over that thing,
yesterday,
dude.
And I apologize for my callousness because my older sister is
Oh, I didn't
she
really
lives in
know.
England and she's married to a British man.
Does she have 10 days of mourning?
12 days.
Her,
Yeah,
at
dude, this
work,
is
she has
good. Like, what
multiple.
happened? Did she have to like pat him on the
So,
back
straight
yesterday?
up,
Pour him a
like,
cup of tea.
she was upset. She was personally upset. She was at work. Her entire staff like stops working. They're all like crying in the office.
Oh, something terrible has happened.
and they all went home. They all went home.
Oh my god, that
and
rules.
apparently
rules.
everyone was like
Society stops.
the line at the liquor store was apparent, and at the pub, everyone went to the pub.
Well,
Like,
okay,
pour
yeah,
it
it is like,
Pour a kettle up for
but
the
also
queen.
it's kind of funny
Yeah.
that I know that's true. I know that's like obviously within the hour of it happening is what happened. But I saw this one video on TikTok that just killed me. It was like
I think it's the one I might
it was
be
like
thinking of.
it was someone was like a few minutes after the Queen's passing.
Yeah.
and it's just like a regular ass
Yeah.
tweet. It's
Is
like,
that
nothing's
the
happening.
one of the bus stop
Nothing's
worker?
happening.
The guy who works at the bus stop.
I don't.
There was this one of
I
a
don't
guy who was like this guy, news reporter, and there was this bus stop guy behind him. He's like, "The queen is in critical care," and he goes, "No, she's not." And he goes, "Yes, she is." And he goes, "No, she's not." And he goes, "You're lying." And he goes, he looks at his phone and goes, "The queen is dead." And he goes, "No, no, no, no." And starts crying and looking at, "No, no."
No, seriously, they actually really love her, and despite it, it's so funny because at the same time that I'm getting these messages from my sister and her fiance about like, how much respect like the British people have for her, at the very same time I'm scrolling through Twitter. And it's
Twitter
and I'm
is
seeing
just
not
brutal.
only like it's not like a lack of respect, it's like
It is.
the most disrespectful shit I have ever
It is
seen
genuine
about somebody who
joy.
died 10 minutes ago.
Well, Luke, I'm just gonna tell you now, when Biden dies in office, probably over the course of this year,
Just when Biden
people
died.
are gonna be even more brutal. I feel like when they should be mourning,
I don't think so though.
I
don't
think the queen really because she's so fucking old. Like
Yeah,
she's
Biden's
had
fucking
it-
old.
I know, but
I know.
she's been queen since 1950
Biden's
something,
been president
right?
since like 1972, hasn't he?
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing.
It feels like one, dude.
The thing is, I feel like the Queen was like the epitome of being like one of the most loved and most hated people
Yeah.
on the
I've
face
never
of the
really
earth.
seen queen hatred before, though.
No,
Dude,
Wow, really?
No,
there's
Queen's
so
every-
much.
Queen's in all
There's
pop-
so much
So what I was
hatred
gonna say at the
towards the
start
royal
is the
family
queen
in
was
general.
in the WWE. She slept with a black wrestler
The
in
queen?
a motel.
The Queen.
Yeah.
In 19
What?
Plays a
fucking
clip.
20, did she do this?
No, it was like in 2005. It was really weird. That's how
In
it goes.
2005. She was like 80 in 2005.
It's like it's the world's strongest man, Mark Kennedy, the giant ass like black dude in
Wait,
this tiny
what?
bed. He gets him and looks around. He goes, "I got you some chocolates for before sex." He goes, "I love chocolates."
Was it the
What?
real Queen?
Yeah.
There's no way that was.
Yeah, and then she
real.
knighted
Pete, you were
someone.
watching porn.
No, type in Mark
Pete.
Henry and the Queen.
You
don't
look that
believe
up. Jamie, pull that up.
No,
Jamie, can we get a
Supercomputer pull
pic of
that
the
up.
queen
Yeah,
nude,
supercomputer.
please? I mean, nope. Can we get a pic of the
Is it Mark
queen
Henry and
nude?
the Queen
Sorry.
share a guitar?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like Irish
No.
people fucking hate
All right,
her.
Pete's fucking with us.
What?
This
They're even fucking
this
looking.
says Henry and Mark Queen share a guitar.
That's not it.
Okay,
You probably
It's
tried
never
I'm
happened.
still
So
What if
have
they
to
show
believe you're
full
fucking.
penetration
I'm
in the video?
It's not like a real. It's not a real sex tape. It's like played up.
Oh
obviously.
man, the
Well,
queen. Who is she married to? Who's the king
She
now?
was very
Prince
so that
Oh,
guy,
that
Philip.
was her son,
That
but
guy-
it's like the same thing.
well,
in
that guy
family, so.
that guy died, and they
No,
left
that
him.
guy
They
died
threw him in
like
a
a year
refrigerator
ago.
for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
No one cared. That was the first.
Was that
like,
Philip, the
Yeah,
ghoul,
that was
ghoul
the
from Fallout?
Yeah.
That was the first like sign of it, of things to come, because that guy fucking died, and
And no one
was
cared.
clowning immediately. Like no one cared.
Not even British people were
Yeah,
like sad about his
one
death.
was- like everyone. Was
Okay,
clowning.
okay. It wasn't the queen. It was just an old lady that kind of looked like the queen.
Why?
It doesn't look like the queen at all.
It's some old
Any
bitch.
old woman.
Yeah,
It's
tell me that couldn't be the
It's
queen.
like the queen.
Dude, this is porn.
You're watching
What is this?
porn on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Oh, it's from WWF.
Hotel rooms. Worldwide fucking. You thought that was the actual queen naked in the bed?
2005.
It would never
Looks like my
happen.
grandma from a distance.
Oh my god. Dude, they barely got the queen
Yeah,
to
it's the
fucking
chocolates.
show up for the Olympics, bro.
Yeah,
Dude.
she is like, she has like 4 guys on either side of her, forming like a like 1 by 1 foot square around her at all times when she's walking.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, I had a dream earlier this year that kind of foreshadowed this, actually.
You had
I had a
sex with the
dream.
queen.
Yeah, I had a dream I was boning the
just
queen. dude.
blowing her
Just-
back out.
Not too
No,
much effort.
No, I.
Okay, but she was in the WWE.
No, she was not.
That
The real
did
queen was not in the.
happen, bro.
She would have. That's
no,
not the queen.
That's not the fucking queen, bro.
No.
Her neck.
No.
Woman's name is like.
He got
Edna.
knighted.
No.
Dude gets knighted. He's an official knight.
That's not real. That's
It's
not
from
the real
it's from a little.
queen.
Because you imagine it's from 11 years ago. She looked a bit younger.
Well, okay, that's what this dream is about. Actually, literally, I had a dream that all of a sudden it was the day the queen died, but she looked.
Is it the future or just
It was the future,
okay?
but
The flying
she
cars.
looked just awful. But she didn't look like how she didn't look even
rotting.
remotely like how she looks
like
today.
her husband, pretty much.
Like no, like she looked like she was just a different person. Like it.
A minority.
She looked like it was like an actor playing her, but they just looked awful. Like they were in terrible health, and
Oh no,
they died.
That's sad.
that was it.
That was the
Did
dream.
you like watch them die?
No, I saw a picture on
This
my
is
phone.
what the queen looked
This
like
is a
when she
picture of her
died.
dying. Imagine if they live streamed her death. Like they're fucking. She's in the hospital, and they're like, she's in critical condition. Say goodbye.
Yeah, you know how they have like Operation London Bridge or whatever from
That's my
when they
camera.
die. It's phase 1 of Operation London
What is
Bridge
that? I don't know what
is
that
like
is.
where
T
they-
minus
That's what
5
they,
T minus 5 minutes to death. They start live streaming.
That's like the code name they say when the queen finally gets
That's when
nicked.
they.
It's like the 12-step
Operation
plan.
London Bridge is when they take the Queen's body, and then they march it on foot from the top tip of Scotland to London Bridge, and then they just throw it over.
It's like a torch. It's like the torch in the Olympics. They
Also,
pass it.
can we talk about how the queen died at Balmoral's castle, dude?
Oh, she did.
Like I kept seeing the
You get like dumber names. Like Britain is just full of fucking stupid names.
Like
Cockshire.
It's like she was either gonna die in like Ballsville or fucking Coxville.
Testes
Yeah.
down.
Like those are your two
she was
choices.
she had 2 options: the Bingham Palace or Binley Mega Chippy.
oh, that's got to be part of the parade route or whatever, like the coffin parade route. Take her past
Yeah,
the Bindley
dude.
Mega Chippy,
Take her
dude.
Think that
past
place
the
still got
chip
big
shop.
lines?
What?
That place still had like a big line.
If they bring the queen there, they'll have a big line. I
Yeah.
can tell you that. I'll be in line, dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
her
was fine.
funeral's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, already
Her
Dope
funeral's
ass
gonna be
funeral.
insane.
Open bar.
It's gonna be off the chain, dog.
It's gonna be crazy. They got fish and chips like no one's business, dude.
That was their favorite food.
I actually think it might
was
be like a
booze on toast.
record-breaking
Imagine someone
large.
like-
funeral.
What?
I think it's gonna be like a record-breaking large funeral, but that's not that
Well,
interesting.
probably yeah. It's the whole entire.
It's
like
literally
multiple
gonna.
Countries.
This is like one of the biggest deaths of the century. Like
Of
like,
the
no.
of the like past.
people will
I don't know.
probably.
My grandpa died a few months ago.
That was bigger for me personally.
Yeah. That really hit me hard.
I mean,
Your
it's the
grandpa.
Queen of England, not
Of
my
course.
grandpa.
So, she's not my grandma.
Well,
Maybe a big event. Did it already happen?
The funeral, no.
They had a memorial service
the whole
this morning.
of the country has
but
the day off.
But they have 12 days
For the
off.
They
funeral.
do? Holy shit.
Dude, it is literally like it is the most devastating day in all of English history.
Still
dude.
gotta make money.
I think, wouldn't it be Brexit?
No.
No.
No, yeah.
'Cause
This is like spiritually
It
devastating
is.
to them.
Like no one's actually.
when the
Not,
US
there's really
what about-
no.
Again.
What about when the U.S. was formed? Now they're second fiddle.
Yeah, it's a blow to their psyche. Like, yeah, they don't have their British like
Well, like,
class anymore.
That means it's
The
time to
queen
invade.
never did anything really for anyone. Like she was just like a.
No, she's like a show puppy. It's like the, it's
Oh
like
yeah,
the Pope in religion.
she didn't have
But,
any
like,
real
the-
power.
No,
The one-
that's not technically true though.
Well, she. I guess she did
The
like
monarchy
some
still has the power
public.
to declare war.
They do.
Yeah, but they're
And-
not fucking listening to that old fucking bitch. She's 90 years old.
Well, she's dead. That's why they're not listening to her now. But
They're listening to the king?
to her 'cause
The-
she's not talking.
No, I'd
Well,
like to see that.
but-
Fucking, I want the king to take over.
I was gonna say though, I was watching this one video. This guy was like, this is one that actually like I was like, damn, that actually is kind of like sad. But he's like, he's saying like the queen was like the only constant he's ever had in his life. And he's like this old like cab driver. And I was like, that's kind of like a.
What
Yeah,
does he
I mean-
mean? Was he just like, I have
she
no
was always-
family?
I
No,
guess
it's
I
like-
don't know. I
That's
guess
like
he's just a.
probably he's probably all dead if he's old, but it's like it's something that's always there, you know.
I guess. That's a
I
little...
do have to wonder why though. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead. I was just gonna say. So like, I get it. Like, she's a cute old lady. Like, I can see it as like, if you're an older person living in the UK, even if you're a younger person living in the UK, like, you're gonna see her as your like spiritual grandma. She's like the country's entire grandma, right?
Yep.
But at the same time, if my grandma was wearing a crown with a like huge diamond she stole from Africa on it, I think I might punch her.
Right? You punching Americans,
stop,
King?
bro.
I think I would fade my grandma if she was stealing diamonds from Africa.
I mean, we stole people from Africa as Americans, so.
Man.
Well, there's okay.
Well,
That's
we're
a
living
different
in the White
thing.
House built by his
You could
African
also argue that
slaves.
England also did not just steal diamonds from Africa. They also just stole all of Africa.
Yeah, they stole
Yeah, that's
all of
fucking
Africa
baller.
from
Like,
Africa.
We stole all of America.
I'm not saying we didn't do anything
we were
wrong.
them.
But you know what the
But
difference
I'm just
is?
saying
No,
that
no,
was
Kate,
them.
you know what the difference is?
I'm just
King,
saying
we're
I don't.
also-
I'm
kind
I'm
Kate,
just saying
we
I
kept
don't.
it. We kept it. They
No,
did it.
we didn't do
They
it.
gave it back.
It doesn't matter what we stole or what they stole. I'm just saying that, like, the way the monarchy presents themselves as like super high class, that automatically like distances myself from them. Like, I don't know how so many people in the UK can relate to a woman who looks like she's from 1700.
I have
She
something.
literally
It is
lives
literally
in a
you
palace.
think-
Yeah,
It
she
is
lives in
literally
a fucking
genetic. It is
castle.
literally
Yeah.
genetic. I don't know
I have
how,
a-
but it is.
I have
Yeah,
a
it is.
thing. Do you guys think the next James Bond movie will bring up her death?
They'll mention it.
yeah.
They'll be like,
They're gonna
they'll be like,
cast
God
King
rest.
Charles III.
Because the Queen's always
As-
in
So they're gonna have
James
James
Bond.
Bond.
Now, too, which kind of is lame.
Yeah, the king.
Like a
who
king
gives a
is-
fuck about
is
it?
No one
lamer than a
likes that
queen
guy either.
inherently.
No, like
I
no
was
one
gonna say, I
likes
think we're gonna-
Charles.
Also,
What's
King
a
of
king to a
England sounds
god?
weird. Like the Queen of England.
What's a god?
When you
to
think
a
of like the
god
Queen of
believer?
England, like, oh, that's cute. It's a queen, you know. She's like a nice little old lady. King of England, like, oh, it's just some like old racist dude probably with balls that are like fucking
Yeah,
sagging.
He's
off.
old, racist. He's
It's her
sexist,
fucking
probably. I
ancient
think he's a
son.
pedophile.
Yeah.
He hung out.
That's
He
the
was
other
on
one.
Epstein Island.
Isn't that the younger one is? With
Huh?
him? Is he too? I thought the younger one was.
All of them are, but
there's only one. Oh no, there's two sons.
Yeah.
Right?
That's two.
They're both fucking.
They're also all
ancient. They're both
cousins.
70 something. They're old as dick.
yeah. Well, no, I mean there is. I don't think even a lot of Brits don't like Charles, from what I know,
He's royalty. Well, I'll tell you, I got a message.
because everyone
The
loved
only
Diana.
message I actually got from my sister's fiance yesterday was.
How you hold it up?
No, it was.
Just
He
like-
said.
It's like all just indecipherable.
He said, "Oh, son is over there." Like,
It's a video of him just sobbing and throwing up.
He said, "God save the king." I believe unironically. So people are like,
You sent him
this
the
is like
Alabance
a-
Fortnite
know-
emoji.
it's like a solidifying moment. I think.
do you know that one English politician Nigel Farage. He's like a super like
Yeah.
right wing English politician guy. He's just he was I don't know what I think he's in Parliament or something. I don't know.
Pull up a picture.
But pull a picture of Nigel Farage.
Oh, his hat fell off.
But it was this video of it was like a 3-second long video, and he's like, "Well, the Queen's dead. God save the king. There's a king now."
Now you have
Literally, like he was in 4 seconds. He was done. He's over it. We have a king now.
Cheers. I've been seeing
I didn't
that
see
guy
that video.
King time.
all day.
King time.
Your last remarks are for the Queen.
Honestly, there's not too much to say besides an old bitch died.
It's still early on. Maybe next week we'll have more to say. We can like stew a bit. I feel like we're still in culture shock.
British people, mourn as you please. I feel like no one else really has a reason to mourn, though.
I think
Dude, you know who else died this week, actually?
Bill Nye.
No, the one cat. It was like a cat who was in a bunch of memes.
Oh, the one that was like the
Yeah, that cat died. That hit me more hard because I like cats.
Nyan cat.
That hit me hard. I think
Hit me
Paul
hard. I love
Schrader's
pussy.
gonna die in the next couple days, which is really sad. He's
Wait.
not doing well.
I don't know who that is.
He wrote Taxi Driver and
Who
he
else?
wrote like all of Martin Scorsese's stuff.
If Paul McCartney dies this year, then the British Empire.
Oh my God, it's
Paul's
gonna
going
collapse.
stronger now. I feel like Elton would die before Paul.
Paul's gonna get like killed. Like he's
No, Paul can. Everyone likes
Can't
Paul.
be killed.
If anyone,
replace him with another clone.
if anyone, the only person I could imagine killing Paul would be Ringo.
What? Ringo.
Ringo's fucking jealous, dude. Do you ever go to a Ringo concert? No one goes to a fucking Ringo concert.
I'm actually violently jealous. I'm the most jealous multi-billionaire.
No, I love Ringo.
And I'm Ringo.
And I'm Ringo. Cause fucking.
You know what Ringo did? He starred in a Powerpuff Girls special. What do you got, Paul?
What?
Really?
He was the green guy?
Yeah,
He was the
Momo
green
Jojo.
girl.
He was the guy made of
Mojo
ketchup?
Jojo?
The
He's
guy made
the-
of ketchup in Powerpuff Girls really scared me.
Him?
Yeah, him.
He's not made of ketchup.
Oh, he's not?
That was like the devil. It's
Oh,
also a girl.
I thought he was made of ketchup.
You know what scares me in the Powerpuff Girls? There's an
I like Powerpuff
episode
Girls.
where
I used to
one
be
of
really
their
into 'em.
classmates keeps eating paste. He keeps eating glue.
Face eater.
And then he eats so much paste and everyone hates him. And he turns into a giant glue monster.
What?
And they kill him.
Oh my God.
Oh wait, I thought you said he turns into a giant blue monster.
He turns into a giant glue. Like the paste, he keeps eating paste until it turns him into a big glue monster.
He turns into a glue monster. The
And
rest
he attacks the school. And I remember, I'm probably misremembering, but I remember them like flying into him, destroying him, and then not seeing him
Dude.
again.
Oh my
they
God.
saw him turn to a glue monster and like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you glue?
Why are you
Fucking
glue right
suck. And then
We need to
and then all
execute this
the-
guy now.
They use
He's
they
a
use
lost
all
cause.
of their magical strength, all their chemical
Kill
strength
him!
to fucking kill their classmate because he's a little loner ass.
He's
bitch.
a little
There's no way that they
He's a
actually
little
killed him.
glooby
I don't
boy.
remember, but that's
Gloobert.
that.
That was his name.
The kid probably came back. At some
Gloober.
point. I could imagine it just being like, kid's just a glue guy, and I just glue.
Why was
Some
eating
glue.
paste such a big thing back then? I feel like nobody talks about it
Tasted good.
anymore.
back
Well, I was
then.
gonna say,
But
you reminded me.
back then.
The
Kids
day-
are probably still
last,
doing it.
I know
last
they're even
Saturday,
more.
Before I went on my trip, a bunch of my family from Ohio came up, and I was able to escape them because I wanted to trip the next day. But I started to go out to dinner with some, and my cousin had.
So you
like-
wanted a trip to Mexico?
No, to Chicago. I might
Oh,
say
Chicago.
But no, it was the day before, and a bunch of my family came up to do stuff over like Memorial Day break and stuff. Well, I was able to escape most of it because I had the trip plan. But I started to go out to eat with some the night before. It's the only thing I couldn't get out of. And my cousin has like a little kid that he's had for a couple years, and he can talk and stuff now. Anyways, we went to this restaurant, and he's not getting attention. He just starts eating crayons, and he goes like, this crayon tastes pretty good, and just starts eating. No one's paying attention. I'm like, dude, kid, shut the fuck up.
Do not eat those fucking crayons.
That's all. I
Don't
didn't
eat
say
those
it. I'm like, I'm
crayons.
not your dad, Carol.
Don't eat those crayons.
But he's just like munching on
Listen,
the green
man.
Did they ever
crayon.
stop
I'm not-
him or did they like
You're gonna
No,
get
he ate
sick.
the whole pack. Everyone was like talking.
He ate the
50 crayons.
He ate the 64 pack with the crayon sharpener on the back.
No, it's good. I didn't mind a kid
Those
eating
were
crayons.
tight,
You know who eats
man.
crayons? True Americans.
He had that Crayola melter thing where you can make your own crayons, and he just drank it all.
I was gonna say, did you ever have? I had one that gave me Pokemon characters.
Drinking crayon lava.
What?
I burnt myself on one of them.
I don't really have any crazy crayon devices except the
I just had the pencil sharpener one,
I
but
had
I always
one
saw
that
the
could- that
crayon
would melt
melter on
them.
TV.
Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Did you ever have one of those things where you could make little bugs? You could make
Yeah,
little
it was more
gooey
so like that, but that
bugs.
was the same thing.
No.
I always wanted to eat those things.
Oh,
dude.
was it
They were rubber.
Creepy crawl. Creepy
What was it?
remember
crawlers.
what you're
Crawlies.
talking about,
Creepy
yeah.
crawlies.
There was another thing called like Dr.
Doofenshmirtz.
No, it was
That's
like
not
Dr. Evil's not Dr. Evil.
Dr. Magoo's Monster
Part of the
Lab.
Austin Powers
Yeah, it was like a
official
Monster
toy
Lab
line.
thing where you would have like a bug mold and you'd
Yeah,
pour like
I
syrup
remember,
into it.
yeah.
That was
Yeah,
what
it's
Creepy
Creepy
Crawlies
Crawlies.
was.
That's what a
It
Creepy
was
Crawly
like
is.
same thing.
Yeah.
And they eventually did make an edible version.
Yeah, it was like an EV.
But
I think they got
those
bought-
weren't edible because these were.
Oh no, the
These
ones
were-
I
the
had
original
weren't
ones
edible.
were. The original ones were just like little like slimes. I think they made
Yeah.
them because kids kept eating them, so they came with the idea, why don't we just fucking make them like Jello or some shit?
Yeah, the one I had was called like Dr. Somethings, and it was like the same thing. You'd just like put
Dr.
Monster, you'd mix a bunch of powder with water, and then you'd put it in a mold, and the result was just like a really fucked up and awful tasting slime thing.
Well, yeah, because you weren't supposed to eat them. You just thought you were supposed to.
Yeah.
Well,
Those were
Eating a
crayons,
bunch of
kid. You
molded
were just eating
plastic.
shit.
Shit.
I always thought the things were funny because you would have like different colors you could mix with, and
They always looked
Yeah.
like shit out.
Well,
They didn't look like any
and
of the
I-
colors after.
literally on half of the ones I would make, I won't even use multiple colors. Like there was so many that I just took like a huge thing of black. It was just bug, like regular bug.
Perfect bug.
Like it was
No,
just
the-
a normal looking bug.
I'll have one
The thing with the
normal bug,
Pokemon one, it would
please.
piss me off. The thing that would piss me off about the Pokemon ones, it would do that. I would try and make them like the colors of the Pokemon, and I would try and make it like precise. Where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pull this out. It's gonna be like fucking Pikachu. And it would just be like fucking like
Oh, red.
purple or some shit. And I'd be like,
Yeah,
ain't the fucking colors they
yeah.
put in. And I get fucking
orange
mad. I used
blob.
it like twice, and I got pissed off at it. I never used it. Again.
That's not Pikachu.
That's not Pikachu.
You guys
Also,
ever
the
have-
little fucking kid went to open up my Pokemon cards. Like, no. I was ready to fucking fight that kid.
What kid?
The kid
When
that was
did-
eating the crayons. He like looked at my
Oh,
looked in my room. He was like, "Oh, I'm into Pokemon. Yeah, I'm in Pokemon. Here's my binder." And he's like, "You have any more?" I got some in my shelf area.
so that's
When-
on
you
you.
got
When a
full
kid
on
asks that
packs.
question, you have to just cut him off, dude. You have to be like, nope.
Get the fuck out. Well,
You're not
he came
old
back
enough,
in later,
kid.
and I was on the
Nope.
phone. He wanted to like, cause he kept asking
I
me to
actually
give
have
him.
gross
He kept
porn back
asking if I wanted to give him any Pokemon cards. I kept going, I don't know, man. I'll have to see.
How old is this kid?
He was
Oh.
like 4 or 5. You know, he's 5, I think.
What the fuck do you expect him to do?
It's my fucking shit, dude. You're not having my
He's
fucking
4.
Pokemon.
Yeah,
It's
he's
my
4. That's
fucking
what I'm
Pokemon
saying. That's
card.
on you, man.
Dude,
when
they
when
beat
you're
the
talking
whole
to a
time.
4-year-old.
every time he was talking to me, he kept flogging me. Yeah, I got like a $200 Charizard card. I went, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, what's your most expensive card? I'm like, I don't know, probably like $50. And I'm like, you got fucking better cards than I do. What the fuck you? I'm not giving
See,
you any.
he's baiting you though.
Why are you beefing
Yeah,
with
dude,
this
he's
4-year-old?
definitely lying. I've
4-year-old
never heard a
There's no
4-year-old
way
be
that's
like,
true.
I can actually, my dad is Superman.
You know that my dad
Oh,
once
dude.
punched a hole
It
in
was
the
the point I was
atmosphere.
getting at. Though, I got home and he came by after, and my dad was calling me because I was doing like stuff for I'd like fill out stuff for like my flight, like I'd like sign in and stuff. So he's helping me with that. He came in the room. I looked at him on the phone. He just shut the door and just walked away like defeated. It sounded like, and that was the last time I talked to him.
Serves him right.
Fucking little bitch. Fucking
And I had to
stupid.
edit the
fag.
fucking video last week, so I didn't come back out to talk to anyone.
Fuck you.
Dude, you hate
Screw you.
child. You hate this poor little
Dude, you're
boy.
beefing.
Fucking dude. He also went to
That-
Star Wars Land before I know. Was rubbing it in my face. Fucking poor fuck couldn't build a lightsaber.
I'm gonna rub something in your face, kid, if you don't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I keep cutting off. What you
Children are like just kind of evil little
Yeah.
lying pieces of shit.
They really
They
are.
are.
They're so
Yeah.
selfish.
Other thing that pissed me
and-
off is we also went to the Henry Ford Museum before because they had that one like Disney exhibit there right now, and the kid kept just bitching and crying the whole time that he's bored. I'm like, fucking, I don't fucking care. Do you figure? I'm not helping you. Go look at the hot dog car.
Go fucking look at the hot dog
Go
car,
look-
nerd.
Go look. Get in the Oscar Mayer wiener, you fucking
I'm
stupid
looking at a
bitch.
fucking Cap Jack Sparrow outfit.
Sheesh.
that
Wait, before you
children lying like that reminds me of when I was in first grade. There was this girl who went an entire it was third grade actually, because I remember it was the year prior. No, it was the year that Obama got elected.
Oh my god.
She insisted that her dad was Obama.
She was was she a white chick with blonde hair?
No, she was black.
Okay.
And she was the only black person. Like my
Damn,
elementary
you
school
automatically
was very
Obama
predominant. I had a very
is
predominantly white
my
elementary
father.
school, and I seriously,
Should
I
answer
kid you not, I
for
think
the
she was
birth
the only like
certificate.
black person at least in our grade at the time.
Damn.
And so,
would've
I mean,
been proof.
like no one was gonna be like, well, no, that's not true. Most people were like, no. And
You're not Obama's
I remember
Did you
like
believe her?
the day we were watching Obama's inauguration
Oh, and her
in
kids were
class, and she was in the classroom with us.
Obama's daughters
Obama
are obviously
sends his own daughter to school.
in Michigan.
Yeah, in Michigan, super far away.
And like she used this all year round. Like you did anything, she was like, I'm telling my dad, Obama. He's Obama.
So
And-
what did you do for the inauguration?
Yeah, what did she do? Did you guys like call her out or?
No, she was just like, that's my dad. Like
There he is.
Like
My
she
two
never
sisters.
like
That's
I don't
my
know,
dog.
maybe she was orphaned. I don't know.
I
Maybe
think I
they
had the
gave
dog
up.
yet.
Like maybe they didn't want her. I don't know. Maybe that's some
Maybe it's like
tea about Obama that kind of
man.
wasn't out there
Michelle,
before.
we
you know?
can't have a third child.
Michelle,
Ben, did you ever consider
I
maybe
don't want
she
this
didn't
one.
have a dad, so her mom just said that was her dad?
That's I'm thinking it's like
Well,
a How I Met Your
that
Mother
is very touching
situation.
and fault on us.
Yeah.
We were
Because
Fault on you,
not bullying
not
her,
us.
but
That's a fault on you.
no, I'm saying fault on us as in my third grade class.
that's a fault on their mom if that.
Yeah,
Case.
that
What do you
actually
mean?
that's true. You
There was
really
like some-
just tell your
That's
kid.
like you ever
Yeah,
watch
have you
Always
watched the
Sunny?
rehearsal, dude?
ever
You
watch
watch the
Always
rehearsal, you
Sunny?
can't be doing that.
That's your
I was
dad.
gonna say, ever see Always Sunny in
It
Philadelphia?
literally there's an episode of How I Met Your Mother because the whole series.
Oh yeah,
it's a
it
joke
happened to
that
Barney too.
Barney thinks that he insists that the fucking
I don't remember who
Price
it
is
was.
Right guy.
Bob Barker.
Yeah, Bob Barker. He's like, that's my dad. Like into adulthood, he says like, Bob Barker's my dad, and they show a flashback, and he's sitting and watching The Price is Right, and he's like, Mom, who's my dad? And she's like, I don't know him.
Then he finally meets him and goes, "Oh, the fuck."
And
you are."
that's
It's
why
kind of like
that-
the Joker too.
It really is.
Oh yeah, it
she's
is like the Joker.
Yeah.
That was her Joker
And
moment,
then,
man. You haven't seen the movie though, so you wouldn't know. Damn.
No.
And she and that's why
Bruce
that
Wayne is his
girl
dad.
thought that Obama was her dad because her mom was just like,
Oh, does he
"I don't fucking
think Bruce
Obama."
Wayne is his
No,
dad or
n-
something?
Not Bruce Wayne.
It's not Bruce Wayne.
It's like
okay.
some talk show.
It is
Dude.
another character.
Okay, but imagine actually thinking that Obama was your dad and then like learning.
There's no way she
That-
really
I don't-
thought
She
that.
was in
but
third
I don't
grade.
think
if
she
I
fucking
did
know.
truly,
thought-
and I
Dude, you could convince a child that their dad was Obama. I mean,
I
all
have to draw
likelihood
the
she was
line
just
though
lying.
when it is the presidential inauguration and you weren't invited. And also your dad's there with his
Oh, you
with
guys
his
have a
daughter,
touch
with
on
his
this?
daughter, with his daughters and wife.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
okay. They're stand-ins,
who's gonna pick you up from school?
paid actors. Well, what I'm
Well, she has
saying,
a Secret Service now.
Oh yeah.
like, there's all likelihood she was just lying. For
No,
clout.
she was. I'm pretty sure she was lying.
But-
I'm pretty sure on the
kids-
last day of school we saw her parents.
Imagine,
Yeah,
and
no,
they
it-
weren't Obama.
And it was Electro.
Jamie Foxx.
No,
That would be
Electro.
His Electro,
Oh.
he was blue.
But just like imagine you're a child and for whatever reason you're convinced that Obama is your father and you actually believe it because you could convince a kid that.
Yeah.
Maybe we're doing this to a kid. Maybe we find a toddler and we pull him aside and we're like,
Obama's your dad.
And we're like, all right,
What's your-
here's the deal. Joe Biden is your real dad. And he's like, what? And we're
dude,
like,
shoot
no,
him blanks.
he is your dad.
See that guy over there? That's not your dad. Joe Biden is
Joe
your
Biden.
When you
Look,
see
he's
the
on
president
the TV.
on the TV, that's your dad.
That's your real
Like-
dad. I don't want you to give this man who lives in your house any respect. Okay.
And so just for whatever reason, a kid believes that Obama is their dad. Like finding out that he's not would be like devastating. I would be utterly shattered. Like if it like
Yeah, that would
I don't know
suck.
I don't know if you guys remember like the discovering that like Santa wasn't real.
My
Oh,
parents
yeah.
never told me.
I remember. I figured
So
it
you
out
still
on my own.
Technically, I should.
Yeah.
I'm still a
still a good
believer.
Christian boy.
Santa
So, like,
believer.
I like if you take that feeling where it's like finding out Santa wasn't real, I was like pretty bummed. I was like
Oh, dude.
oh man, magic is probably not real then.
No.
Imagine
Yeah.
then that same conversation, but your mom is like, "Is he your father?
He's not. Your
Not
father.
your father."
I remember.
Your
And you've
father
been
is
telling
Joe
all
Biden.
your friends that Joe Biden's your dad. He's not.
Nope.
He doesn't give a
Nope.
shit about you.
He doesn't.
He
know
doesn't
who
know
you
your
are.
name. He'll never give a fuck about you. He'll never know who you are.
You just see the life draining. From
Remember, like I just had like a memory moment from when I was a kid, when you were talking about Santa Claus. I remember for like 2 years, I used to be really into the Peanuts as a kid. I still like the Peanuts, but I was really into them as a kid. And so my parents, for like 2 or 3 years, every Halloween, the Great Pumpkin would bring me like a new toy. And then after like 3 years, my parents were like, "Hey, like the Great Pumpkin isn't real," and I was like, "Yeah, it's from the fucking Peanuts."
Duh.
No fucking shit.
dumbass.
Anyways, I was just
Fucking Santa's not real. He's from
Dude,
Elf.
when I found out Santa Claus wasn't real,
that's all they
dude,
told me. I
it
never
was
found.
bad.
They never told me
Devastating.
Santa
It was
wasn't real. The Easter
devastating.
Bunny wasn't real.
I was just gonna say about little kids lying real quick while we're still on the topic, but I grew up next to. I had a neighbor who was like the same age as me growing up. We lived right next door to each other and we hung out sometimes. Not often though, because he was a weird kid. He was super popular at school and also he would lie about everything.
Was it the kid that lived at your house for a minute?
No, it's not that kid. But he would lie about everything, and one of the things you'd not just lie, but like this girl was doing, you'd like play the long con. Like he would keep the lie up. And one of the things he insisted for like probably 2 years while I knew him until he finally dropped the act was that he was Chinese. And he was just a white kid with white parents.
That is a difficult lie to uphold. Why would he even want
You gotta
that?
respect the commitment, though. 2 whole years
2
of
years
like,
is
I think,
am
I
Chinese.
think they almost believe me now.
He learned Mandarin just to convince you.
He brought in Kung Pao chicken one time.
Yeah, I think he said like the name he gave was also he was like my name used to
Fortune
be
cookie.
it was like the most like if you look up just like
Ping.
Chinese sounding words.
Like,
it was
he did-
I think it
he
was
did, like-
Chang. I think
He
it was
did like
Chang.
the Dwayne the Rock Johnson, like
That kid went to PF Chang the night before. And
Yeah.
yeah. He liked the food a lot. So my name's Chang.
Yeah, he was
My
like my
name's-
old name used to be Chang, but you know, I'm,
Peter Frank Chang's.
Just imagining like a
but now
like,
I'm Brendan.
just imagining like for whatever reason I'm imagining a little white kid in like a suit saying it. He's like, yeah, my name used to be Chang and I'm Chinese.
I used to
Yeah.
be Chinese.
I used to be
I used to be Chinese, then I came to America.
That changed.
I think he would say that he would also like if you asked him about it, he would keep the lie going. He would be like, "No, actually, I was adopted. I was brought here, and I was adopted by different parents. So if you ask my parents, they're not gonna know. I just kind of, I'm
So
like,
weird.
yeah,
If you ask my
I-
parents if I'm Chinese, they'll say no.
they're gonna say no,
But
and
that's 'cause
that's
they
not
don't-
right.
They don't
all right?
actually know
And
that
they'll
I'm
they'll
Chinese.
try to tell you that they birthed me. They did.
Yeah, and then you could say stuff to him like, "Well, you don't look Chinese," and he was like, "I know, actually, just I just look like that. I'm white, but I'm Chinese. Like, really, like."
Well, kid, have you ever considered he had Chinese parents the white parents adopted him, so his body kind of shifted.
Yeah, he did like a
That's
That's what I'm
fusion.
saying. He
like
used to
Dragon
be
Ball Z.
Chinese. He's no longer
Kinda
Chinese.
That's how it
He
works.
morphs.
It was either that or he would say like, I think at one point he changed the lie and was like, okay, I'm not actually Chinese, but I was born in China to white parents.
I'm too
That's a bit more believable, I guess, but
And-
it's still a lie.
But at that point, it's like, man, why? Like,
Jesus
just
wants to go to China.
either
dude.
go all the way or go home, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, what? Imagining a scenario where it could be true, or it's like
Where
there's
this
a
kid
little
is
family in
Chinese.
China and they just give birth to a white boy.
It's kind of like what happened to Jesus, you know?
just
yeah,
immediately
a
throw it
virgin,
off.
like
What the
a
fuck?
He was
virgin
a
in
perfectly
China.
white man born in the Middle East. I mean,
Dude, the Messiah.
he kind of is
That's
a
'cause he
Messiah.
was God's son and God
You
is
just
white.
fucking-
God is one.
Chinese.
God is a total Chad, dude. He's
God's
total
white,
bro.
He's
He's
50
God.
white as hell.
God.
Wears cargo shorts.
God is
Plays
a
golf.
like Chad-looking white man who looks like he's European but doesn't speak a word of English, only just Cantonese. Just
God, that's God for you.
You show up in front of him, and he tells you if you go to heaven or hell. Like, I can't understand you. I speak English. Keep speaking.
Just
Cantonese.
keep
No.
speaking
You just walk right
Chinese.
by him into heaven. That's how the first guy you see in there's Hitler all the time.
Me when I find out white
When
God
are they
isn't
gonna
real.
do the like?
The Passion of the Christ sequel.
when I find out purple God is real.
They're supposed to be doing it.
Oh hell yeah!
No, they are
hell
doing
yeah.
one.
Doesn't he die at the end of Passion of the Christ?
Well, yeah, the
next
first
one's
time,
called The
but
Lust
he
of
comes back to
Christ.
life a few
porn.
days later because he only goes up to when he's
But he
crucified.
only comes
No,
back
the
for like
fucking
5
sequel to this
seconds.
movie is so cool. It's supposed to be him going to hell and what happened down there, and him working his way back up. Dude, it's
What
gonna be fucking
happened
badass.
in hell? I
Right,
know what you
He
did in
went
hell.
to-
David Fincher
Right.
asks
Yeah,
the
he goes to hell.
question.
He goes to hell and he,
Don't
What
wanna-
the fuck
he goes
happened
to hell
in hell?
for everyone else, but also not for the people that sin too much. I don't know
Yeah.
how it works. I didn't read the book.
Gotta be a straight edge warrior.
Yeah.
I got sent to
Basically,
the 8th layer of
There's like a
Sucked.
threshold.
Yikes.
You're either better or worse than the Queen of England.
Well, no one can
That's
be better
the
than the queen.
threshold. I feel like most people have to be.
Below it.
Most
I
people
don't
didn't
know.
colonize
The Queen was a
all
good
of
lady.
Africa. Well,
Yeah,
the
but she didn't do
no, the
that.
queen.
No,
the
she
queen
probably-
didn't.
she
She
mostly
didn't.
got
Queen
rid of
didn't
it.
personally.
She
She
didn't
probably
go
could have.
down there. And it's not like
She
she,
just
went.
didn't go down there, plant her flag, and
I feel like she was part of the moment that like had him like removed.
She could have stopped it though. That's the thing.
She was like 5.
no, this is
No,
not 1930 when she's
she
a grown
was-
adult.
She was like
She
10.
was-
She was born in 1922.
she was queen. But well, we don't need to get
This
back
is
into the
stuff
queen.
She
that
was
I
a
don't get back into the
princess.
queen.
Then.
I was just that was a bit. I was
She'll always be a
Anyway.
princess.
Speaking about lies, I guess I'll talk about a
She'll
lie
be
when I
my
was a kid.
princess.
The main one for me was Webkins. Did you ever hear about the Neopet Wars?
Neopet Wars?
Yeah,
No.
it was a pretty common like thing on the internet.
It was in Sudan.
But, like your webkin would get a
Gaza
black
Strip
box,
was just brutal.
and if your
During the
webkin got a
Neopet
black box, that means your
It's called that for no
Neopet
reason.
sent your webkin a black box, and your webkin was gonna die. So you'd have to fight off webkins with like AKs and stuff. So we would always, me and some other kids would always say that happened to our webkins, and we're defending their webkins, and they believed us, so we became popular in like 2nd grade. Yeah, that was my lie as a kid. Mine wasn't as cool
Oh,
as theirs.
wait. So none of that was real.
You would just
No, you just find it out.
Webkins Wars.
There's no war.
No, why the fuck would there be a war between Neopets and webkins?
Because
I don't know. I thought
there's
you
a war
said
between
there's like
Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah.
Is that
Right.
crazy?
Is it? Yeah. Is
That
that's-
Webkins
that's-
and
I mean,
Neopets.
I mean, come on. There was a war between Webkins and Beanie Babies. So
Ben, I
Was
heard
there?
this week
That was
you
a lie.
Watch
went-
a lot of videos of Neopets having sex.
Ben, I heard you are a football guy now. Why don't you talk about that?
yeah, I was feeling festive, with the week's events. So I
Now
decided
I'm
to.
a linebacker.
So,
No,
so now I'm a quarterback for
Which
Uh,
team's Pittsburgh?
Nah,
Which team's Pittsburgh?
I don't know, the Pittsburgh
Come
pile
on.
drivers or
Come
something.
on,
You know the
You know the
Pittsburgh
fucking Pittsburgh team.
team. The
Starts
logo.
with
is like-
Wheelers
with an
or
S.
something. Oh, the Steelers.
There we go.
Yeah, okay.
That's the only one I know.
I was
Only
gonna say the
football team?
Oilers for a second. The Oilers is a team though,
That's
right?
That's
an
a hockey
Edmonton
team,
hockey
right?
Yeah, that's a
team.
hockey team.
Edmonton.
hockey
Where
team
the
in
fuck is
Canada.
Edmonton?
It's an NHL team, but it's,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Canadians don't play.
it's a Canadian.
football.
Canadians don't play hockey.
That's a Russian sport.
Well,
No,
I was
football
feeling
mascots are
festive.
only an animal or a Native American.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Dude, what's your
Has
favorite
an
mascot?
animal,
I like the Philly
a-
guy.
animal accessory, or a racial stereotype.
Something really offensive. Yeah.
That's why baseball got better when baseball just got weird creatures. You ever see the Philly Fanatic?
No, what is that?
It's
That's
fucking
hockey,
fanatic.
isn't it?
Huh?
That's
Is that the orange thing?
Flyers?
No, it's
That's
the,
hockey.
No. Well, there's that one too. No, the Philly Fanatic is like a giant green monster with a giant snout that comes out like this.
Oh, I'm thinking
jeez.
of Gritty.
Yeah, the
Is
orange
Gritty
dude.
the orange
That's a
thing?
weird. That's a hockey
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
though. And he goes.
The Gritty?
It's the sound he makes. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
the Gritty comes from. That's
The
why
Green Bay Gritty.
No, he's the Philadelphia Flyers mascot. He's a big fucking orange guy with huge.
Did he
eyes.
do the
Yeah.
Gritty first?
I'm assuming. Like
I
don't
think
know
he
what
did.
else
I
it
think
would
it
be
was a
called
football
that.
player.
And
But I
why'd he
don't know.
call it that though?
I don't know.
Oh no, that's like Grimace or
That's
It does look like
Isn't his name
Grimace's
Gritty?
cousin.
Yeah, it's good.
yeah.
Have you
Did
guys
he
seen
invent
the,
the Gritty?
I've
Have you guys
that
seen
guy before.
Scrody?
Oh yeah,
Scrody,
he's
the Philadelphia Scroties.
no. He's you're not thinking of the
For,
Rhode Island.
Yeah, Rhode Island School of Design.
Yeah.
Their
Oh,
This
he's
is-
real.
This is a Philly Fanatic.
Yeah, that's cute.
The Rhode
That's
Island
dope.
Love him,
School
dude.
of
He's
Design
so
is a
fucking
ball
cool.
sack.
It's like a big
He's my
Muppet.
favorite fucking mascot. He's so cute, dude. I want to meet him so bad.
Computer.
Dude, I'd fucking shove my hand down that fucking snout, dude.
Whoa.
Right.
On that note,
Damn.
computer, can we pull up the Rhode Island Scrody? And we're gonna have to
Yeah.
censor that.
Rhode Island School of
Yeah.
Design. Their
No, I
mascot
saw
is
this,
the
yeah.
balls, or their animal.
Yeah, no,
they're
fuck
like.
them. It's like a South Park bit, dude. They stole that bit from South Park.
I mean, it's a joke because they don't really
Greendale
have any
human
sports
beings.
teams,
No, so it's
but they
like
do
us.
have a mascot called Scrody, and
That's way better than our fucking fake ass mascot.
We
yeah,
have
ours
Watts
was.
and the
We should have
people.
had a joke mascot like that. Come on, ours was cock.
We had a joke shirt though.
This should have just been cock.
It
I
should've just
think
been the
out of
college
every
for
joke
creative
shirt
cock.
a college could have. I fucking
College for cock.
whenever I saw someone wearing one haven't lost a football game since like 1918 or something.
undefeated.
Yeah, fuck that shirt, dude. I
used
fucking
to,
hate that shirt.
Apparently, CCS used to have
kinda funny.
a Quidditch team or whatever.
Wow, fucking cool, dude.
Like, I don't know how they played it. I don't know.
You
How do
know,
play
I-
Quidditch in real life.
I've
Doesn't
played
I've
Quidditch,
seen
Quidditch.
it.
doesn't
I have
Quidditch
to.
require that
I-
the ball moves on its own?
Doesn't
My
require
library used to have a
magic
league, and I
broom.
did it. When I was
I
a kid.
have played Quidditch IRL. My
Oh,
roommate
God.
in my very first year of college, I went to college straight out of high school and then I dropped out. But in that year, my roommate was a close friend of mine, and he was insisted on hosting a Quidditch league. No idea why, but he was like, "I'm gonna round up some fucking people, and we're gonna play Quidditch. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be sick." And he's like, "You have to play because no one's signing up for my Quidditch team."
Oh, shocker.
And I was like, "Fucking all right." And let me tell you.
Fine.
You have a broomstick. You have to hold
Yeah.
a broomstick between your legs
Oh my god.
the whole time.
And you just run?
Yes.
Like, can you hold it with your
It-
hands, or do you just?
Yeah,
Yes.
you-
Are you
well,
just walking?
You
Like,
with
hold
one
it
hand.
like-
with your hand.
You hold
And
it and just wobble.
Imagine a sport,
Oh, okay.
but you're needlessly holding a stick between your against your dick. the
Imagine you
entire
had to-
time.
That
Imagine
sounds
you just-
so dumb.
Imagine
Well,
like
I-
a sport, but you just have to hold
It
your
serves
balls.
Yeah,
no
the whole time you
purpose. It serves no purpose. They're like, you can hit the ball with it. It's like, I'd rather use my fucking hands. Like, I'd rather I could hit the ball with my hand if I wasn't holding the stupid
Instead of
stick.
my
I'd rather
giant
use
wooden
my
cock.
actual cock shaft.
I remember as a kid, we did. I used to go to like my library summer events type of stuff, and I would like base it off of books. And one week did like a week based off Harry Potter. I used to like Harry Potter. The kids, so my parents were like, "Oh, we'll take you to it." And one of the days was like playing Quidditch. It was just like that. But I always thought until like kind of I got older, I always just thought that was like something like libraries did to be like, "Oh, Harry Potter week" or some shit. Let's play
No.
Quidditch. But then I found out,
sure you
like
can-
Lucas saying, is there's like actual like leagues and shit.
Okay, and when I was in high school, and this is probably the reason that he did this because we went to the same high school. But when I was in high school, my class had a Quidditch event, where essentially all of most of the popular kids in school actually did it. Ironically,
Did you do it?
I didn't. I wasn't popular, so I didn't go.
I was a loser, goober.
I was a little dork.
I was still reading the books.
I was too dorky to play Quidditch. But like a bunch of kids like ironically played it and they all had a great time. It was like a big legendary thing. So, but when we did it in college, there was nothing ironic about it for the other fucking people there. They were all in it for the sport of it. And let me tell you, they all looked, none of them wwere athletes. They all looked like little librarians. Like imagine 10 5'4" librarians.
So they all looked like Queen Elizabeth.
All showing up to play
What is
supposed to be a contact sport with me, the by far the largest person there. It was the only sport I was ever good at because everyone I was playing against was like
people.
a bunch of little like bony women.
Damn.
Like specifically non-athletes. Like
Were they wearing like
book
Hogwarts
jockeys.
scarves and shit?
Yes, 100%.
Did you have to wear one?
I didn't fucking have one and I wasn't gonna buy one.
I was naked.
Like, I didn't buy a broomstick either. My roommate loaned me one, and it literally didn't even have
the puff.
the brushes
just
or
a
whatever. It
stick.
was
Just like a normal,
It
like-
was like a piece of CV.
Oh my
I
god.
was gonna say, I remember because there's like big like leagues of like
Yes.
like hundreds. There's like a bunch of teams and they travel around us. But I was gonna say it's kind of remind me. Ever look at professional Nerf players?
No.
It's just like it's like the most unathletic people that like couldn't do sports, but they can like shoot a gun and hide behind a target and they're shooting Nerf
Play a
darts.
video game.
And they act like they're the
guys.
fucking biggest chads in the world. But you're like, dude, you're playing fucking Nerf against like 13-year-old and you're
9-year-old.
like 25.
Nerf for nothing.
Oh, Ben, you see the Nerf news this week?
Queen
They're doing-
Elizabeth
they're
died.
doing a
Big,
lot-
big Nerf head
She
over.
got shot in the face
No, but
with
you're
a
a big
Nerf bullet.
Trekkie. They're
Choked to
doing a
death on
Nerf
an
line based off of
airsoft
Star Trek
pellet.
guns.
Oh, what? That's cool. Actually,
What are they
I'll
doing?
probably buy those.
They're doing like a
low-key.
line of Nerf guns based off like Star Trek.
Dude,
stuff.
I'll actually go nuts over those. I can't even lie.
Yeah, that's
Do they have a
I'll probably
stun?
buy them.
Can you set it to
Probably buy
stun?
them. Set it to
shocks you.
Yeah, one has
Taser.
one has a Nerf gun, the other's a taser.
I always hated the kid the Nerf. Wow. You ever see like the Nerf weapons?
Yeah, that's all they
Axe and,
make.
like,
Oh, yeah,
those are
yeah,
fucking
Oh,
stupid.
Yeah, that's for
Yeah.
LARPing.
Well,
Yeah, they made it
I
seem like-
actually had so much fun with those.
No, but I made it. I did like what most kids did before. You just made a boffer sword.
Oh, how did you do
What
that?
that is?
A boffer sword?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
bro, you're speaking like
Boffer?
Yiddish right
Are
now.
you Chinese?
Ding dong.
Chang, is that
Ding
you?
dong, ding dong. No, a boffer sword. It's just like a PVC pipe, and you make a PVC pipe like concoction, and you put a pool noodle on it, and then you duct tape it.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that was much easier. But like, I never wait.
But people would make crazy stuff out of it.
I think I owned. Actually, yeah, I
also
think I
stole my
owned two
I
of those
stole
Nerf
mine.
swords, and we
I just
played.
stole it from my neighbor.
My friends and I would get like the Nerf guns, and then we'd put like the swords in the back of our shirts, and we'd have like a battle in my basement. When we'd run out of bullets, we'd take the swords out and just whack.
Yeah, and then we go and slay dragons and
we
other
used
to-
fiends.
So fun.
We would do
and-
Nerf tag, but we'd always make my fat friend be the guy who started every time.
You're the target.
So he would never be quick enough to like catch up and shoot us because the gun wouldn't shoot far enough. So we would just run around our neighborhood for like 3 hours until we got bored. And he tried finding us and chasing us. He was so fat he could never catch up.
And that.
And he
that's
also
why-
used a fucking you remember the Vulcan?
Oh yeah, I got one. I had one of
That
those.
thing was fucking stupid because you'd have to like set it up on the floor and stuff. 'Cause, like
Was that the thing that was like automatic?
yeah, it's like a
You
giant.
had
I
like a
had
it was
chain gun.
belt fed.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
a chain gun, so it's already heavy as shit. And he would like always try propping it on the floor and stuff to get better aim. He'd be like, "Wait, guys, wait! I'm still setting it up," and we'd always be around the fucking house.
Dude,
And that's
honestly,
why-
the best Nerf gun ever made. There's this little fucking stupid. You know the little one that had like the laser sight on it, like the OG.
Yeah, the cheapo one.
Dude,
That's
I
what I
have.
used.
That is still
You
like
pull it
that is
back,
the
you have-
only Nerf
You
gun
have
I
one shot,
like
you have two and you
have.
stop.
That thing fucking rips,
Yeah.
dude. Like literally every other Nerf gun I shoot, and it's just like But
Yeah,
this
it's a
one, I don't
little
know I don't know what juice they put in this one, dude. But this one,
There was an
you
earlier
pull that shit back, and it literally like fires straight.
before they
Like
got
it,
cheap.
like if you use like the ones with the rubber, like not the suction cup tips,
The Velcro.
but like the ones that are just like the modern day Nerf
Oh, like
dart,
the
I
plain
guess.
ones.
Like
They're like
Yeah.
bare, pretty much.
like those ones.
Yeah.
If you should use it, like it actually kind of like hurts a bit because it's like, or like it doesn't hurt, but it's like man, that was a Nerf dart.
I was gonna say there was like a moment. I feel like it seems like maybe they toned back. I don't fucking pay attention to Nerf really, but there was like a moment when I was into Nerf, and I probably like around when we were all into Nerf, where they just all the guns got like way too silly. Like they got impractical. It would be like it had like
Yeah.
500 slots for like.
Oh wait, okay, but I did have one. It was like that. It was like this minigun. You would like hold it like a minigun.
Yeah, it was the Vulcan.
No, that it wasn't the Vulcan. It was, I don't remember what it was called, but it had like it was when they started doing like the magazine ammo cartridges for Nerf guns, and it was this big rotating thing. You'd put 10 magazines in,
Whoa.
and you could put like full's length like 25 dart magazines in it, so you could shoot like
was it like
250,
Damn.
and it would rotate
it
and
was
shit. It
lethal.
was sweet, dude. I fucking loved that thing.
Still
I
have
had
that?
one like that.
I don't know where it
Busted
went.
out.
I think
One
we
of those
sold in a
drum
garage
darts.
sale.
But it was like a drum dart one. It was called the Striker because that's what I like.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
you pumped it. But I switched out the mag because I got annoyed always reloading. So I just used like one of the sniper.
Oh, is that the
stuff.
one you were just like
Yeah.
the semi-automatic one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
was a
that
good
one was fucking sweet.
Jesus. Anyway,
That's
guys,
why we should probably wrap it up.
That's why.
We're gonna go have a
Moral of
Nerf
this
gun
episode
fight.
is kids are evil, vile little violent fucks, and we should get rid of them.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Nondescript Video Podcast.
Check out our socials.
Check out our restricted TikToks.
Yeah, can we talk about that real quick? Actually,
Yeah,
No.
What's the time on that?
it's like a little under an hour still.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're at-
We can address
Oh,
that
we
real
just getting
quick,
started, baby.
if you
It's at
like.
102.
All right. So let's
It will take like a second. I want to bring this up. So on our TikTok, we have had 2 videos that could have went viral, and as they started getting popular, we've been taken down twice. But what pissed me off when you said that, I remember like last week, we were talking about TikTok stuff. We were shooting those videos before we shot the podcast last week, and on this, we were talking about TikTok like that we've recently seen, and me and Kate saw a very similar one of like just naked African women.
Yeah.
And it had like 500,000 likes.
It was a lot of likes.
Yeah. We have one where there's a balloon that made it look like Ben was peeing and a ground beef heart.
It was a fat stream.
Just before, yeah, it was a fat stream, but regardless, it was clearly water. I just saw one today right before you two got here. It was just a guy on TikTok, over 200,000 likes, and I think it had to be over 1 million views. A guy just getting a cucumber pulled out of his asshole, like full, like just
What?
uncensored.
What?
Yeah.
Why is our shit getting banned? Anyways, if you're the fucker reporting it, don't be
Yeah.
afraid.
So for whatever reason, all of our Cade described it as we keep getting edged by TikTok, where as soon as one of our videos gets like above 1,000 views, it gets reported for sensitive content.
They're
which so far we've
predicting
had
the
2
future. They're
videos
saving
of
it for our big break. They know we're gonna blow up one of these times.
Yeah.
We should have blown up on the P when I was
They
looking
know we're
at
gonna
today.
splooge.
It had like 3,000 likes and like 20K.
They know we're gonna splooge hard.
Our recent episode, our most recent episode of the Q&A, which we should have another one by the time this podcast is uploaded. Our most recent episode of Q&A, it got 1,000 views in 1 hour. It went from like 10 to 900 in 1 hour.
Yeah.
And then boom, age restricted,
It had
and
a lot of likes,
has
too.
not hit 1,000 since
Damn.
then.
Boom. L
So-
ratio.
we got
You
caught.
So we
suck.
got completely hosed.
Get dunked
Most
on.
people were liking that video too. It had like 200 likes on it, which is a good.
Yeah,
ratio.
it had like a really good ratio going.
And
It
then
was a
they
decent
said
amount of comments.
ratio.
And that the whole
Oh, this
series
ratio.
completely relies on having like somebody willing to comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
And
now
nobody's
no
gonna
one's gonna
comment.
see it
Yeah.
because no
We
one's.
have comments, but it's people arguing about radiation in the human body.
And that
that sucks.
Let
Like,
me just
Like,
address
shut
the
the
guy.
no fucking shit. This isn't fucking real.
Oh my god, the dude who shout out to Hot Dog Guy
The
230.
king of hot dogs.
It's like Hot Dog King 230. We responded to his question with an episode, and it's obviously like
A joke
jokes.
series.
It's complete joke. Like we're not actually really trying to answer your fucking question.
yeah, he's.
Oh, I was even talking about hot
Maybe
dog.
it wasn't
There was a
clear
guy
enough,
after him
I
that
don't
was
know.
like, well, realistically, we didn't have had
Yeah,
to deal with this till
well,
the past 200 years. Shut the fuck up.
He Hot Dog Guy goes in the comments. He's like, "Oh, this is unexpected." And we were like, "Yeah, we hope we adequately answered your question as like a joke, because it's obviously like it's a stupid question inherently. Like, why would we have what do you fucking
He
mean? Do
didn't
we have an
seem
organ?
very entertained at all.
He was literally, yeah, he was like pretty much unamused, and he's like, "But what? Why actually don't we?" Like he asked in the comments,
Yeah,
he's like,
like-
"I actually still want to know."
Yeah,
And I was like,
debating.
"What
Fucking
are you
stupid?
talking about? Are you
Just
stupid?"
repost a video.
We do have those.
Can we do that actually?
I'm replying to him right now.
No,
dude.
don't reply. No, Ben,
Alright,
don't
fine,
reply to
fine,
him. Don't
fine.
reply to him.
Dude.
Luke, after this, our channel, because we're gonna put fake body in it this time, we're just gonna re-upload the same video and just resubmit them that video.
Dude, I'm literally like, he's like, "But actually, why don't we?" I'm like, there's no way you're legitimately asking me that. There's no fucking way you're actually asking me that.
I know.
I
don't
feel
think
like-
it's like the Stranger Things guy too.
Yeah.
People just say the stupidest fucking shit in our comments.
Yeah, I haven't seen his TikToks at all, Hot Dog King, but I have to imagine he's like probably
Like
like
borderline?
He's
freshly
posted
8,
two random
like
memes.
freshly maybe 9 years old. He
Dude.
seems like
He's a fresh niner.
Fucking eats hot dogs microwaved every day.
Dude.
Let me fucking moan.
And he like watches our video, which is like, playfully making fun of the question in the first place.
Our video playfully
And it,
making
like,
out with the
whoosh,
viewers.
Like the video we made about his question, like whoosh, he like completely didn't get it at all.
thank you.
I
Hot
think
Dog
that's
King.
just our audience, and I'm okay with that personally.
And I'm like,
I
fuck.
bet he's the one that reported because he got
Like,
fucking mad.
not to be like,
the fuck is
I
this
feel
shit?
like such a dick even complaining about it because he followed us and he's probably just like a
fuck
fucking
that
normal
dude. He's not
guy.
gonna fucking watch this probably.
But I was like, come on, man, you gotta be kidding me.
Hot Dog
Like,
Queen or whatever your name is. If you're watching this, post another question. We might answer it because we need
Yeah.
questions. But
let me
know
clue
this
you
time
in.
it's a fucking joke.
Let me clue you in. If you ask me,
No, if they do a next one, we'll just do a serious one. For
Let me
them.
clue you in, buddy. The only organ you need to sense radiation is your
is
body.
your fucking skin.
Penis, oh.
Guess what? You'll sense it. You'll
You'll-
fucking sense
You'll get
it.
You'll
fucking
start
sick.
Throwing up, and then you'll die. That's how you can sense
You'll
it.
fucking slowly deteriorate.
You'll grow another body part and die.
So that had me like so fucked up. He's like, "But you didn't even answer my question." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's a fucking stupid question." Like I thought.
Go.
Oh boy.
Anyways,
Well-
Anyway,
thanks for watching the
thanks for
podcast.
watching the podcast.
Remember, like and subscribe. One day Ben will figure out how to put this on other stuff, but he hasn't yet.
I just got a lot.
Maybe one day
Oh yeah, we'll do
you'll
that. We'll do
actually
that.
watch
We'll do
this
that tonight or tomorrow.
Thanks for watching. Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Thanks for watching. See you on Pornhub.